time to head back and take more classes. We've actually cleared a fair amount of this game so far. I feel like I'm about halfway through. Alright. So, gotta fly, gotta fly. Or we could take out the fire crew base first. And then what's this? This is the supercharged streamer. Wow, okay. Electric type streamer. Oh, there's a ghastly outbreak over here. No, we'll come back for the fire base. Yeah, we'll come back for the fire base. We've got some classes to attend. Alright, what sort of classes do you have for me this time? Swear to God, they have a lot of fucking classes here, and the idea that there's gonna be a bunch of, like, tests for all of them and shit is somewhat disconcerting. What would I like to take? Oh, it's the rank 3 of all of them. Great. Time for 6 classes. Would you like a biology with Mr. Jacques? Sure. I think that's how you spell Jacques. I may be wrong. He's French already, so oh well. Hello, hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together, and how delicious they are. Ah, on that note, is everyone using their Pokédex? It registers Pokémon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't worry about that. Just so you know, I am the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the Academy though. My God, how my life has fallen. Back then, I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokémon together day in, day out. Those sure were fun times. We ran trains on some of the rarest Pokémon. I got yelled at all the time though. Wait a second, how did I get onto this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokémon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokémon more easily is to first lower its HP. But there is another way to up your chances of successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Give it a berry, inflict it with status condition. Inflict it with status condition. Wow, that is right, Rexel. Good job. The correct technique for making Pokémon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is especially effective status condition. It makes Pokémon drastically easier to catch. If you have a Pokémon that can use moves that put opponent to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, filling up your Pokédex will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works, too, or sneaking upon Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. If you are having trouble, you may want to make the rounds at the gyms to get gym badges. Earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokedexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yes, do not forget, our next class will be a test. Okay, so I am coming up on the test. That voice takes a little bit out of me, not gonna lie. Alright. Oh, the biology midterm. Sure, let's just do the biology midterm now. With Mr. Jacques. Ba, 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 ba. Hello everyone. Today in our midterm exam, it sure feels good to fill in all of those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time to contemplate each question carefully. What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its ball so it can walk with you? That is the ZR button. Because it's the Z trigger, right? Yeah, the right trigger. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. During picnics in your basket. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Going to sleep, walking around, or battling? Walking around. What will not make a Pokemon easier to catch? Giving them a berry, surprising them from behind, afflicting them with poison, using certain kinds of Pokeballs. Giving them a berry. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels? Gym badges. Question won't affect the grade. How do you like the Pokedex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinion. It's easy to use, it's alright. It's alright. Alright everyone, time is up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question was just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you all looking forward to seeing how you did. Do I get to know now, or do I have to wait for a bit to hear my grades? It was great to get that test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exams, 4 questions correct to pass the finals. Let's see, I did the biology test. You answered 5 out of 5. Hell yeah, I did. Passing school, congratulations. Asked us to give you this reward to any student who passed the exam. Hey, experience candies, cool. Keep going and doing your best. Yay, this is our midterms episode. The math class that's not actually about math. Although it's good to know that you can kind of fuck up the occasional question and still pass. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you all enjoy fortune telling, horoscopes and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscope and see what it says good luck is coming your way. So today, I'd like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. Perhaps you have seen the following phrase crop up during Pokemon battles before. A critical hit. When a Pokemon attack lands as a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It is truly lucky. It is truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a critical hit or has one landed on it. This can cause a great upset in battle. Does anyone know what the percent chance of a Pokemon has of landing a critical hit? What? I don't fucking know this. I want to say it's 1 in 100, but I'm going to look it up. Much like when I played through Persona 4, I'm cheating on the exams. Pokemon critical hit chance. Let's see. Probability. Here we go. Probability of landing a critical hit is no longer based on the attacker's speed. Oh, it was a thing, I guess. Oh, I'm trying to do too much. Overloading everything. Let's get off this wiki page is like overloading my graphics card. Having a critical hit is a 6.25% chance. A 6.25% chance is a 1 in 8 chance. Is she dicking with me? No, it's not a 1 in 8 chance. That's a 6.25 is a. It's not 4 because that would be 1 in 25. 4%. It's a 6. Yeah, it says 6.25%. So I guess it's just you. Mine usually says stay inside. There's nothing good out there. Have you ever heard the horoscope song by Weird Al? It's quite funny. I'm gonna go with a 4% chance. That feels right. That's correct. Well done, Raxel. I guess it's a 4% chance. The chance of landing a critical hit is said to be about 1 in 24, which figures to roughly 4.17%. The odds are more favorable for certain moves, though. Why moves such as Stone Edge and Shadow Claw have about a 12% chance. You can also use a move called Focus Energy or an item known as a Dire Hit. Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. That's a 50% chance to land a critical hit. It feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not so great to be struck by one. But there is a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know? If you are able to do the calculations that'll swing luck in your favor, it may open the door for more strategic choices for you during battle. Oh my, is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Next class will be our fun midterm exam. I hope you all will be looking forward to it. The Weird Al song is quite hilarious. It's like, it's basically a series of horoscopes, but they're all like horrible and terrible. Like, I swear to God, let's see. At one point he basically yells out the name of the sign and then gives you the horoscope. So when he gets to Sagittarius, the music stops. Or no, he says, "All of your friends are laughing behind your back," and then the music just ends and he says, "Kill them." It's fucking weird. It's a great Weird Al song. It's a great original Weird Al song. Because, you know, a lot of his stuff's parody, but that one is an original. Sure, let's take our math midterm. I used to ace these, but still got C's because I never did the homework. Alright, everyone, it's time to begin our midterm exam. I'm sure the fun experience you'll all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How much damage does Water Gun do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Half damage. Whoops! Got that backwards. That should have been double damage. Can I go back and erase? How much damage does Razor Leaf do when hitting a Fire-type? That's half damage. You spent 2,000 gold on as many Pokeballs as possible. How many would you get? 11, you tricky bitch. 4% chance. How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? It's double damage? I want to say double damage. Alright, everyone, time is up. Put your hands on your laps. Now. We're all concentrating so hard. I can't wait to see how you did. Do go and ask for your score at the front desk and take a nice break. I think it's 1.5 times. So I may have fucked that up. But I think I got 3 out of 5 still. So there are at least 3 of those I guaranteed I knew. I'm a little disappointed in myself for not getting all 5 right on the math test, though. Yeah, it's 3 out of 5. Yeah. I still passed, though. I'll take a C. 5 experience candies. Cool. Alright, next class. History. Mr. Ryfront. When I was cutting up my VODs, I had to, did I give her a, I want to say I gave her a southern accent. On account of the, like, the amulet and shit. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it's now part of history. Today, we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years ago, or 800 years ago, 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. This was the formation of the Paldea as we know it today. Yes, this very academy where you are now filling your young minds with... Why is her hair twitching? Why is her hair twitching? That's creepy. With knowledge was also apparently established at that time. After all, the most important thing about it being in an empire is making sure to indoctrinate the youth. In fact, this school building, though certainly having undergone repairs throughout the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. Ha ha! Think of how old things of old. Oh, things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer it if you have the Pokeball potion. I would certainly prefer it not to have the Pokeball portion, though a relatively new addition. Oh, she means the Pokeball on the spire. Yeah, it is kind of garish. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Raxel. Let's see if you've been listening to my lecture. Tell me, approximately how many years ago was the Academy of ours established? 800 years. Correct. I see that look. Concentration on your face was indeed just that. And not constipation. I will let you go to the bathroom between classes. I hate nothing more than when a student only pretends to listen and stares at my tits the entire lesson. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago, to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time, it offered state-of-the-art facilities and a uniquely innovative curriculum. As such, people used to say, those seeking knowledge need look no further than the oranges of Paldea. That's right, they were referring to Naranja Academy. It is said that this proverb of sorts was even used outside the Paldea region. Oh ho, is it that time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. Our next class will be our midterm exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Alright, let's take the exam. History was always one of my favorite subjects, but also one of the ones I did the worst in. I was always so terrible at... remembering dates and times and names. Cowboy teacher's hair twitches. Why does it do that? Yes, exactly, Diablo! Why does her hair twitch? I mean, we could ask the same thing about why we can see the battle trainer's vagina, but, you know, this game is full of weirdness like that. Greetings, my little students. It's time for our midterm examination. Summon your historic knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind and answer these questions. What is the name of the geological formation at the center of the Paldean region? That is the Great Crater of Paldea. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero? Treasure. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule this region? 1,000. How many years ago was the Academy built? 805. Those seeking blank need look no further than the oranges of Paldea. Knowledge. Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. That last question was a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. I sincerely hope you did anyway. Otherwise, honestly, if you don't get that last question right, I'm kind of giving up on you, so just don't bother coming to class anymore. So ends our midterm examination. You may ask your scores at the school's front desk. I think she's actually supposed to be Native American. But there's no way in hell I'm attempting to mimic a feminine Native American voice. Yep, let's see, I did on the history test. Answered 4 out of 5. Yay. I don't know what I got wrong. Life for asked us... Oh, it might have been 2,000 years ago. Reward for any students who pass the exam. 5 more candies. Yay. Alright. 3 classes down, 3 more to go. Language. Huzzah. My dear friends, how are you all today? You certainly look fantastic. It's time for another one of Salvador's language lessons. Êtes-vous prêts? Prêts? Are you ready? Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Oui! Très bien! Very good. My lessons are not a one-way street. No, no. I am tres triste when no speaks up. Very sad, that is. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in other languages, right? En la cour d'aujourd'hui. Today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase you can put to use when the time is just right. The phrase is ménage à trois. I shittiru. Jetami. Tiamako. Ich lieben dich. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? Time to eat. I love you. I'm going home. I love you. Fantastique, Rexel. Correct. You deserve a médaille d'or, a gold medal. Je t'aime. Te amo. Ich bin dich. These three phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways to say I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timides la grachon et feliz. Shy boys and girls, that is. It's so very important to express your feelings about things to others, you know? This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, like whose job it is to take the trash out, Irene, all you have to do is apologize and say, I love you, et tout est bien. And all will be well, that is. I should know. Just last week I had a big argument with ma femme, my dear wife, that is. But I was quick to say I'm sorry and all was well. Remember, gentlemen, you are always wrong and your girlfriend is always right. Just apologize and then eat her out and everything will be fine. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Au prochain cours. Our next class will be a midterm exam. Be sure you review what you've learned from all of our lessons so far. Adios, maintenant. Alright. Hey, it's daytime. I'll be damned. Alright. Language midterm. I may fuck this one up. We'll see. I'm hoping I don't fuck any of them. Then again, Switches don't have achievements, so it's not like I can fuck this up in a way that loses me something, other than the items, so. Aujourd'hui, today, we take our midterm exam. Détendez-vous. Relax, that is, and do your best. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Let's begin. Gracias, Argento, merci, is easy, all share the same, which is thank you. Which the following means delicious. The one that looks like delicious. Ni hao is also, ni hao is, I think it's hello. Which of these phrases doesn't belong? Ich bin dicht. Je m'attends. Ti amo, time to eat. Ich bin dicht is I love you. When speaking with a person, what is the first step to smooth communication? Compliment them, get mad at them, bury them in flattery. What is your beloved teacher's name? Oh. Salvatore. Sistmin, time is up. Posez vos stylos, put down your pens, that is. I hope that was easy enough for you, especially the dernier question, the last question. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can check your scores at the school's front desk. Bang, bang. Alright. Let's see. 3, language test. 5 out of 5? 4 out of 5. Okay, that's fine. Reward more XP candies. Great. More experience candies I'll never fucking use. Alright. Battle studies! Time to go see, Miss Dendra. Miss wears pants too tight. Another day, another round of battle study! Also, let's get right to it! Last time, we learned about Terra Raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use an even tougher tactic that you'll need to deal with. I'm talking about their Terra Shield. What happens when a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it takes way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale, too. When trainers see the shield go up, they feel doomed, like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. If a Pokemon you're battling puts up its Terra Shield, what should you do? Close your eyes and give in. Call your parents. Terrastallize an attack! That's right! You're a regular Terra Raid battle master, aren't you, new kid? God, it's still... Regular attacks don't work so well against a Pokemon that have their Terra Shield up, but having your Pokemon Terrastallize is an effective method to overcome that issue. A Terrastallized Pokemon will do more damage to a shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy the shield and break the Pokemon's stance. This means it's important to properly time your Terrastallizing in a Terra Raid battle. In conclusion! As they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Incidentally, don't fight fire types with fire types. It's not helpful. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. Unless it's a ground fire type. I mean, if it has ground type attacks, that's pretty good, because you'll resist your opponent's fire type attack. I'm getting off topic. Man, that was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive that point home, but I guess we're out of time once again. Next class will be our midterm exam. Aim for a perfect score! Osusu! I really should put together like a, cartoon voiceover demo reel made entirely out of Pokemon accents. Battle Studies Midterm. Well, don't fight actual fires with fire either. Well, I mean, Jen, that's what setting backblazes is for. Consuming the fuel source with a controlled burn, so that the actual fire has nothing to catch. Sorry to all of you who went to the schoolyard first before finding the right room. I guess we can do our test in the classroom at least. It might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Alright, time to put on your game faces and do battle with those test sheets. The higher a Pokemon's special defense, the less damage they take from special attacks. Which of the following has no effect on a move's damage? Type, power, name. How many trainers are on a Terra Raid battle team? 4. What is an effective method for breaking opponent's Terra Shield? Terrastallizing and attacking. What is Miss Dendra's favorite type? Fighting types! She loves those big, strong man Pokemon. But don't throw more fire than already burning fire. Backburning is fine, though. Time's up! Put your pencils down! I saw you giving it everything you got. I'm sure you all got a perfect score. Well done, everyone. You can ask for your scores at the front desk. Feels great to have a test out of the way. Yeah, I passed this one. Should be a 5 out of 5 this time. Yep, there we go. Yeah, there's no difference in whether you pass with a 3 or pass with a 5, so... Alright, 2 more classes. Just 2 more classes. 2 more accents I have to fucking remember. Ugh. Bum, bum, bum. Could you imagine someone trying to fight fire with a flamethrower? I could see that as a post-apocalyptic... So, yeah, that sounds about right. You know what it sounds like? You know what?
that could have been in a scene in Idiocracy. It could easily have been the scene where it's like they misremembered the old phrase "don't fight fire with fire," or remembered the phrase "fighting fire with fire" and thought it was literal, and so they tried to fight building fires by burning it more. Hello, class. It is I, Hansel, yet again. I've been told that my previous lectures about the terrestrial Pokémon were very well received. Thank you all for your kind words. Look at how bored this little kid looks. This little kid right here in the front, he looks so fucking bored. In fact, Miss Dendra specifically requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. So I decided that today we will take another look at how a Pokémon can terrestrialize. Gibble Gibble. And of course, here's Professor Gibble to help us. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. I thought they needed the Pokeball to do that. You mean the documentary of our country's future? But yeah. Oh, his Terra type changed. How do you change a Terra type? Now, what do we have here? Last class we saw grass type terrestrializing, but this time we have something of a different shape. Observe, a Terra Jewel resembling a snowflake. Its dendritic shape is stunning to behold. It's a little chilly standing so close to it. So, class, what Terra type do you imagine this jewel might represent? Ice type. Excellent, Braxel. Full marks to you. The reason there's a snowflake shining above Professor Gibble's head is simple. It is now an ice type. Yeah, but how'd you change its Terra type? That's because Professor Gibble is currently the ice type. Ice type moves would not be very effective against it. Keep in mind, usually they would deal quadruple damage to Gibble. Now, here's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagons. Just think of it, snowflakes fall from the sky, taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel a great mystery of nature, the beautiful enigma we live in? No. It's just how water crystallizes. It's to do with the shape of water molecules. It is we completely understand why snowflakes are hexagons. It's when they're not hexagons that it gets weird. Ah, this is a bit of a tangent, but Mr. Jock's glasses are also hexagonal, aren't they? I almost forgot to mention that you can change a Pokemon's Terra type at the Treasure Eatery located in Medali. Though I must say the cook there is a little prickly. You'll need to get her on the good side if you want her help. Ah, so we have a location we can go to. Now come prepared for next class because it's time for your midterm examination. Thank you for today, Professor Gibble. I ask because I want to change. I want to change Migraine's Terra type to Psychic, since neither Golduck nor Psyduck have Psychic as a type, and having that in my back pocket would be good. All right, art midterm with good old Mr. Hansel. This is going to be one entire video on my channel. I do hope that you're all ready because it's time for your midterm exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What is the name of the gemstone that glows over a Pokemon's head when it terrestrializes? That is its Terra Jewel. When the answer to question 1 is in the shape of flowers, what does it represent? A grass type. What shape are most snowflakes classified as? Hexagons. What is the eatery that allows you to change the Terra type? Medali. What makes something beautiful? Its shape and color, the eye of the beholder? I don't know. There is no correct answer. There is no correct answer. Time is up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. I would rather not have students worry about passing or failing in my art class, but tests are tests after all. Ah, you've hit upon one of the major problems with the modern American educational system. Anyway, good work, everyone. You can check your results at the front desk. The teaching to a test is understandable, but a serious problem. We need to completely revamp the way we look at education in order to make it actually useful. Yay, 5 out of 5 correctly. And I'll take my candies, thank you. You know, it would be nice if they'd set it so that you just get a number of candies equal to the number of correct answers. Because then at least there's some stakes. Alright, back to home ec with Mr. Sagaro. Whose voice I wasn't very happy with last time, so I'm probably going to change it here. I wonder if there's a way. Yeah, that'll work. That isn't too hard on my part. Put away your phones. It's time to begin class. In my last class, I taught about HP restoration. However, after class, I was asked by several of you about power points, commonly known as PP. Ah! PP. When a Pokemon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What, then, happens when it loses all of its PP? It doesn't have to go to the bathroom anymore? Can't use moves and won't listen to trainer. All stats get lowered. None of that's true. It uses struggle. Perfectly correct, Master Raxel. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience. He glares daggers at you. You fucker! You let your Pokemon run on a PP when there are Pokestops every fucking 5 feet. How fucking dare you? What's wrong with you? When a Pokemon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP. And as we all know, PP is stored in the balls. So you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokemon loses all PP of all of its moves, it will only be able to use Struggle, an action that also damages the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, PP can be restored at Pokemon Centers along with HP. Items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore PP. Be careful not to confuse potions with Ethers in the heat of battle. However, Ethers are not sold at shops, so you just have to use them judiciously if you find them. We literally, as a society, have no fucking clue where Ethers come from. They just appear in the tall grass. We have teams of people trying to research them and figure out what the fuck they are, but we have no idea to this day. The stronger the move, the lower its max PP. Do not waste uses of this move unless you wish to quickly run out of PP. It's important to find balance in a Pokemon's set of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing that must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. Hope you will all take care to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best as you each engage in the treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end for today. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Be sure to review well in preparation. Ha! I have taught you nothing about cooking. Alright, home ec midterm. PP performance, yep. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. The time has come to test how well you're all learning here in class. Let's begin with the information simmering in your brains from our last cram session, from a last-minute cram session phase. Oh, you know me well, Teach. What is not an effect of a picnic meal? HP restoration, curing poison, increasing speed, or gaining meal powers? Increasing speed. Which of the following affects the kinds of meal powers received from a particular meal? Fillings and condiments, number of people eating, color of utensils. Number of people eating. Which of these berries can restore Pokemon's HP? Oh, fuck, I want to say an Oran berry? Leandro wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use its item in battle, so he gave it an Oran berry. This will work as he hopes. True. Move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used. If Pokemon runs out of PP of all of its moves, it can only sit there in frustration. False. The
time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. Stop writing, goddammit! I hope you were all able to give the examination everything you had. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before you leave for the day. I am glad I'm done with him, because it was starting to destroy my voice. Yep, test out of the way. Should be either 4 or 5. Yeah. I was wrong about the berry type. Alright, midterms are over. And we're free!